And welcome to another weekly session of Wild Cafe, in which we transmit a channeled message from the higher realms, from the Council of the Light, and we are here to aid you as much as we can in the process and path of awakening and enlightenment. So without further ado, this week's message is pretty powerful. There was a big shift that took place this week with the alignment of the planets that was taking place astrologically on the 28th of February. There was a very big urge for us to shift into a higher timeline, and as per this, there has been a split. Those of you who have chosen to reside in the higher realms have stepped into the higher light, and others who have remained in the more denser realms are still in the higher light, yet living this reality from a different vantage point. Instead of enjoying it, there is still a little bit of suffering or denser timelines that have been chosen. There is no problem at all. As always, know that we from the Council of the Light are here to assist you. We are cooperating with you, and we know how challenging this can be for your human template, especially because there is a lot of purging that is taking place and has taken place during especially these past few years, and which will continue to keep happening over the next couple of years. So we agree with you that it is a slow, tedious process, in that there are a lot of layers and sheds that are being washed away, and with that and in that, the experience has to be gone through. So the emotions have to be felt, the reality has to be lived. There is no way for escapism. We here in the higher realms have it easier, in that it is easy for us to just transform from one piece of light or one aspect of light to another. The information that is passed through is very clear and it is very pure, and we are able to transcend and to transform and transmute from one aspect to another very easily. But in the denser reality of the three-dimensional world, we know that you abide by some rules that are necessary to be taken care of as well, and these may be even the courts, the police, and other authorities that are involved in helping you to transcend several matters. In saying this, know that by doing your inner work, you can deceive or transcend these humanoid realms and ascend into the higher ones without having to go through the tedious process of the human paperwork. But not all of you know that, and not all of you are courageous enough to follow that path. And so, as always, we congratulate you for the phenomenal amount of work that you bringers of the change are doing here on Earth. We would like to say that we are very thankful, we are grateful for all this inner work that is happening, because it is transcending us, not only you as a collective, but also us from the higher realms into a new species of evolutionary beings that is able to connect even higher with the higher realms, if this makes any sense. So because we are all co-creating, we are all one, we are all together, the more we can assist you, the more this assists us, because we get to see also the aspects, the lessons, the understandings that you are bringing back to us through the living of the humanoid experiences. Sometimes this is not possible to be understood at a higher realm, only because the denser reality in the human world has different laws and rules that we do not abide by. And so when we are able to understand what is going on in your inner world and the emotions that you are processing, all the baggage that you are carrying, it is easier for us to coexist with you and to assist you in a way that we all ascend in a more graceful way. So as mentioned, there is no way. You and we are co-creating the way. So whatever way has been chosen, it is the way at this point in time. At any given point in time, it can be changed. Obviously, astrologically, there are a few points in time which make it easier for the energies to be released and to be changed in the physical realm. But know that at any given time you can simply decide that you are changing your realm, that you are changing your reality, and make the shift, make the makeover as soon as you want. There is no law that keeps you abided to it, so you can basically shift and change your reality however you want. Know that obviously this has consequences, but if the intent is positive and if there are arrangements that can be arranged in order for those who are involved in your changes to ensure that the situation is being controlled in a healthy manner, then there is no trouble with you changing your mind. And this is for any given bringer of the change, because you are acting and interacting from such a higher level of conscious awareness, then your realms are easily bended. You are able to shift and bend reality quicker and faster, and you need to do this because you are the leaders. You are the ones who are waving the path, and so you need to be able to make these changes that align with your higher heart in order for you to feel good, to feel aligned, to feel positive, and to know that in your existence you are an important element of the bigger picture. So as we say, some of you have chosen courage, some of you have chosen fear during this week, and doubt has been a big part of the bigger picture. There has been a lot of interference with the divine orchestration of reality, simply because the darker agendas, the darkness has been there in order to confuse you so as to make the lower vibrational choices. But with this higher awareness, you can always make the necessary shifts, pivot, and exercise a level of graceful adieu, so endings, at any given point in time, in order for you, as we say, to realign yourself with peace, love, compassion, and awareness, so that you can pave the way, you can be the leader that you have been here designed to be. And the more you ascend into these higher realms, the more you connect with your higher heart, the more you are aligned in this deeper truth, the more you are able to make these shifts and changes easier and in a more graceful way, without having to experience any chaotic experiences or suffering in the three-dimensional humanoid level. So we are integrating and coexisting the level of spirituality with the level of the human. And we know that the human world is not always easy to navigate, only because it has been so dense. It has been created on a debris of negativity, of fear, lack, and doubt, from which humans are now only starting to emerge. So if you have any questions regarding the transmissions, feel free to comment, like, subscribe, and ask any pertaining questions that we might be able to help you with. And as we finalize this message, we would like to remind you that, number one, you're doing a phenomenal job with your inner work, and you are positively affecting the collective and also us. Number 2, with the period of relaxation that we were talking about in the past week, it still abides, so there is still a 4 to 5 week period here where you can simply relax, and we know that this is easier said than done for the humans, because there is a certain element of action that is needed to take place. So you cannot just sit and do nothing for 5-6 weeks. There are certain elements such as eating, such as exercising or walking or moving around, and decisions that need to be lived in the 3-dimensional reality. It's not like you can skip time in a quantum level. You can, but the physical reality has to still be lived in a linear timeline. And hence why we know it can be tricky and difficult for you to abide by this recommendation of you to simply sit back and relax. This doesn't mean leave everything behind. This means keep continuing with living life, keep making your choices, your decisions, keep on top of your responsibilities and following your higher heart, your morals, your ethical values. Keep fighting the fight with love, with peace, with compassion, and doing what it is that you have to do in order to keep leveling up and being the best version of who you are, so that you become and you keep becoming and aligning yourself with being the leader that you're here to be. As long as you do that at every single level, at the level of your vessel, at the level of your emotions, of your mental and cognitive patterns of thoughts, and the interrelationships that you have with other people, starting with the one that you have with yourself, then everything is grand, there are no problems, and everything is going to keep working out for you no matter what realm you choose, whether you have decided to go up and transcend and shift timelines into your highest possible timeline, which was a possibility that could have taken place this week, or whether you decided to still recreate a similar pattern to your past, but this time with more awareness, with more compassion, with more empowerment, and you are able to shift quickly and find solutions much quicker than you have in the past, because it is the level at with from which you are interacting. And so we would like to remind you that it is still a period of relaxation, so that you don't forget about that. At the same time, thank you for doing your inner work, and thank you for keep doing your inner alignment, so that we all ascend in the best, happiest, most positive and smoothest way possible. Always with love and light, we would like to communicate with you, and you can tap into us whenever you want to. See you, speak to you, connect with you next week.